You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Y&R fans. Belynda from Soap Dirt, and it is our weekly prediction edition for the CBS soap opera. As always, I have 5 sizzling predictions, and these are always based on confirmed CBS soap spoilers and recent episode activity. I've got a prediction for Phyllis, for Ashley and Tucker. I've got one for Seth. I've got one for Kyle and Summer, and I've got one for Victor and Jordan. And I will tell you all about the spoilers these are based on, so you can see where this all came from. If you have not, please reach down and click subscribe. Now let's dive right in and discuss these predictions. Number 1, I think Phyllis Summers is going to take drastic action. So we have on some activity with them coming on the Monday episode. Danny is getting ready to leave on tour. It looks like he just wants to get out of town. He wants to get away from both of these women. He feels like he is a door prize they are fighting over. I think Danny is, his ego needs a check. He's not all that, but whatever. And he talks to Christine. He talks to both Phyllis and Christine. Danny and Christine on Monday are basically deciding that they want to be together and they share a kiss. Meanwhile, Phyllis had strong-armed Danny into agreeing to have dinner with her just to say goodbye before he leaves on the tour. And she wants him to make her his secret sauce that he made for Christine, but he says he's not going to be alone with her. So she is making arrangements to rent out Society for her big romantic evening. And there's a scene where Phyllis is sitting there and having this fantasy of how romantic their night is going to be. But that is not what Danny has in mind when he shows up. And I think when he rejects her, which is what he should have done weeks ago, and he already told her, she said, we're about to reunite. And he's like, no, we are not. It's like he says words and they don't make it into her ears, into her brain to seep in. And I think once he says, no, we're not, I'm sticking with cricket, I feel like Phyllis is going to do something drastic. She could drug Danny or, try to get him into her bed. She could try and run Christine down with her car again. I don't know, but I don't think she's going to take this lying down. The spoilers that cover this: Monday, March 4th, Christine and Danny decide that they want a future together. And on the 5th, or is it the 6th? At any rate, Danny sets Phyllis straight. And I think that's going to be what sets her off. All right, our second prediction for the week: Ashley Abbott falls apart and Tucker is completely stunned. I've said this for a while before, that I feel like if Ashley really spirals into a mental health crisis, that Tucker is going to step up for her. I know he's telling Audra Charles all the right things and that she's the woman for him. He's not interested in Ashley. He even made a big deal when Ashley kissed him at the GCAC of, pulling up his shirt and wiping off his mouth and all that. I feel like that's kind of theater that he is performing for Audra, because we all know Tucker deeply loves Ashley. He's not a good guy. He's not a faithful guy. He's a cheater and a scoundrel, but I do think he has a very deep emotional tie to her. Remember, it's been like probably 6 or 8 weeks ago now when he and Ashley were bickering at the GCAC, and then he walked outside and he just broke down crying. That's the kind of thing a man does over a woman they love. So Ashley has some sort of worsening spell this week, and Jack is alarmed about it. And I just think Tucker is going to realize there's more going on than just being sore about the breakup of a marriage. And I feel like this is going to suck him back into her orbit. The spoilers for this: Thursday, March 7th, Jack has reason to worry about Ashley. And Friday, March 8th, Tucker sees a new side of Ashley he's not seen before. And maybe it is the nervous breakdown side of Ashley. Our third prediction: I just wonder if poor Seth, who was about to go off to rehab and get his life together, is about to die. So Seth has known Nikki for years. He's been part of her AA group. And then Jordan has been able to work her way closer to Seth. She has got Seth meeting up with Nikki and doing all this stuff. The whole thing with him going out to the ranch, I don't even know. That to me is the sloppiest of writing. I don't even know why CBS keeps Josh Griffith. I think he's just at a low point in his writing. It's so bad most days. It's just awful. And, GH just hired new head writers. I think Bold might need a little shakeup over there, but Weinar frustrates me with this stuff. At any rate, so next week, it looks like Seth is going to help lure Jordan to get closer to where Nikki can get to her or Victor can get to her. And they're outside the Empty Glass Tavern, that dive bar that Nikki was going to. And he asked Jordan to step outside so they can call Nikki together. But I think maybe he's luring her out there so somebody can get to her, Victor's security forces, something like that. We'll see. I just feel like Jordan is going to hurt him to facilitate the getaway. We don't even have a last name for Seth, but they keep bringing him around. So I feel like he is important to some extent, but not so important that he has a last name, which indicates to me he's not going to stay around long term. I'm certain that Jordan is going to kill someone before all is said and done. And Seth is kind of a perfect victim because he's not a regular cast member. So the spoilers that relate to this, Tuesday, March 5th, Nikki hides something from Victor, and that could be the whole thing with Seth. And Jordan gets a new disguise. So I think Jordan's going to figure out that people know she's in that wig that to me makes her look like Sheila Carter. And she's going to dress up a different way. And then Wednesday the 6th, Nikki and Victor get disturbing news. Maybe that disturbing news is that they found Seth's body somewhere. We'll see. Our fourth prediction, I think Kyle's going to come sniffing around his ex. Kyle just had dinner with Mariah and she was prodding him about his work life and how unsatisfied that he is there because his mom has the job that he wants. And she was also prodding him about Summer, and he mentioned that she betrayed him and yada yada, but he's had time to get over that and he has no other love interest. But at the same time, Summer is falling for Chance. She's had a crush on him for a while, and seeing Summer happy, although he said he wishes her the best, I think it's going to maybe hit him hard that, oh, she's about to be taken and she's really about to be out of my life if she and Chance get more, permanent with what's happening between them. So the spoiler for this is Wednesday, March 6th, Summer and Chance make love. I just feel like right as Summer is getting everything she wants with Chance, Kyle is going to come around and try to tempt her to come back to her. If he does, if this prediction holds true, I hope she tells him to kick rocks. I do like Summer and Kyle together, but not this version of Kyle. I'll just say that. Our fifth and final prediction, Victor tricks Jordan and maybe he's going to offer her a bribe to run off. So there's a spoiler for Friday the 8th that says Victor hits Jordan with an ultimatum. I don't know if it's going to be in person or on the phone, but either way, I feel like Victor would do anything to get rid of her. And I could see him offering her a bribe to just disappear from everybody's lives. But then when she comes to collect it, nabbing her to turn over to the police, or like in the case of, Ashland Locke, where they basically ran him off a cliff after Nick bashed his head in. So we shall see how it goes. Drop your comments on where you think these storylines are going. Please click subscribe if you haven't already, and definitely come back soon. We are here talking Y&R 7 days a week. And as always, it's Belynda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.